Hey everyone. So today, in the spirit of the Great Atlas Earth Eclipse warning fiasco a couple weeks back, I felt like now was high time to talk about beer money apps in general and when it is time to let a beer money app go. I've been a part of many different beer money apps in the decade plus. I have played with what we used to call rewards apps, but we now coin as beer money apps, at least on this channel anyway. And there almost always comes a time in the life of every beer money app where the free money just stops flowing as well as it once does, and at times just stops doing so altogether. There are times when this happens suddenly, like in a rug pull. Now, look, rug pulls can literally happen at any time, for any reason, by any app, and the best ones you cannot ready yourself for, no matter how hard you try. Now, most of the time, these companies are honestly trying to make a recurring profit with their app, and something just goes awry. I thought I'd talk about a few of these signs today and what you can do to protect yourself if you see an app meeting some of these signs. Now, this is going to get pretty controversial, so if you don't agree, let me know in the comments, and if you think I missed anything, also let me know in the comments, because I love to hear about your experiences on this particular topic. Now, the first sign, and this should be pretty obvious, it's when earnings are nerfed repeatedly. Look, earnings are going to get nerfed by 5 to 10% once in a while, and that will happen to every app, and for the most part, I would personally pay no mind if that happens. But there are times where apps are nerfed repeatedly over the course of several months to a year, to a point that a year later a game or app is unrecognizable. Examples of this can be simplistic, like Cashwalk's repeated increases in the cost of their $5 gift cards. They started it off at 1,500 coins literally as recent as last summer, and they slowly stepped it up to 3,000 coins in increments of 500. And just recently, they've been testing a 5,000 coin cost on the iPhone, and I'm pretty sure that Android is not far off. I mean, it might happen by the time this video is aired, honestly. It can also be more complex, like in play-to-earn games. If you watch the Beer Money Mania tournament, I mentioned a total of about 16 nerfs that Upland did to their game over the last 2 years, and that's not even talking about the massive market nerf that the community put on the properties. It rendered the game increasingly complex and unprofitable if you are new to the game. Now, a little disclaimer to that. It did buff it a little bit for newbies to make it easier to get their pro level, which could net you around $30 if you sold everything, but beyond that, it's a tough mountain to climb to get anywhere without putting significant amounts of cash. Either way, simple or complex, nerfing earnings to those often levels is usually a sign something is troubling behind closed doors. Maybe not always if it's the only sign, and it doesn't mean they can't turn the ship around, but it's definitely a red flag. The second sign is an over-crackdown on cheaters. Of course, they do need to crack down on hackers and cheaters. Every app should. But if it gets to a point where they seem to make it their main predominant focus, or they ban people for rules that aren't even in their terms of service or even announced, basically, I'm going to give you an example here. In Coin last year, there was a crackdown on multi-accounting. Now, it wasn't so much the crackdowns that were concerning, it's that it was never in their terms of service at the time, and they even said at times that it was okay to do it, and that this sudden 180 turn happened pretty quickly, actually. There are people literally as recent as 3 months before the incident happening that was finding out that, okay, it was okay to use multi-accounts according to their Reddit, and then they banned people for having multi-accounting. Okay, that seems interesting. Now, if they were clear about it in the terms of service, that's fine. If they even changed it in the terms of service specifically, what the limits are, and had told people, hey, we made a change to our terms of service, that's also fine. But situations like this indicate and cause panic, and again, it's another red flag of the app in general. The third sign is when they start cutting off any negative talk about their game, either on their server or especially in other private servers. Usually negative talk will be very limited if an app is doing what they're supposed to be doing properly and remaining transparent, but there are times where an app will have had enough and ban people just for talking negatively about their product. And this is a problem, especially if the problem with the app is justified. Now, I find it questionable that they do that even if it was not justified, unless, of course, they're dishing out threats, then by all means, go at it. But if it's legitimate criticism about how the app is doing, a lack of transparency, a sudden drop in earnings, repeated drops in earnings, unfair play going unnoticed, There's several examples that show up on this one, and for this one, I was going to give an example, but I felt like it would be something where I wanted another person to give their story on, but I wasn't able to do that in time. So we might save this for another video down the line. Let's just say that you have a pretty good idea what app I'm talking about. But yeah, negative talk, bad. The fourth sign is cash out issues. Now this can come in three forms. Limiting cash outs, either by raising the original threshold, the least bad, creating cash out window times, which is sort of bad, and matter of fact, Bridge Money has had an issue with this one, or just freezing the ability to cash out altogether like ProfitBuy did shortly after inception for obvious reasons, which is really bad. Oh, I forgot this fourth one, the loss of PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App as a payment processor. Now, this happened to Neobucks in 2016, actually. Now, if one of these three is not showing up when it originally was, that is also a major sign that something has gone very wrong. Now, apps like Cashwalk, Reward2Play, and Microsoft Start who pay out in gift cards, that's fine. But to me, once cash pay, always cash pay in my opinion. And if that gets frozen, we have a problem, and again, another red flag. And the final sign is a lack of people playing in the community and a drop in community activity. This kind of cascades to one of the previous four signs, but if the community of that particular app is feeling an increase in the number of issues, people are going to start to leave. When that happens, that alone can also be a red flag. It's not a major one by itself, however, communities do ebb and flow after all. But if money isn't coming in, money isn't going out, and it might mean, even if they hadn't done anything wrong, to move on to something else. So how do you protect yourself from an app that seems like it's in trouble? Well, to protect yourself from this, the first thing I would do is simply stop or cancel any subscriptions you have with the app. Don't buy anything, don't buy any microtransactions, nothing. Now, I don't support getting any subscription whatsoever, even Atlas Earth's Explorer Club. I only did that for the content, but this is especially so if the app is starting to show signs of a red flag. It doesn't matter what the benefits are, it's very likely a lot of those benefits would be up for being nerfed just as much as the free memberships are. One, maybe two nerfs might not warrant this caution, but repeated nerfs definitely do, and especially if it's a major one that cuts off like 30-40% of your earnings. The second thing I would do is, if it seems like there's trouble with the app, find an alternative app that does something like it. Good example would be with walking apps. If you can't cash out of Sweatcoin or MacAdam, try Cashwalk or Evidation. If MTurk and Prolific Studies, which are survey sites basically, they're long and boring and the pay is not very good, or there just isn't anything going on there, try shorter, more fun ones like OnePulse. And finally, in the case you can't find an alternative, stick around but keep activities to a minimum and cash out as much as you can. This is especially true if you have money stored in a play-to-earn game, or you have stored up a ton of coins in a rewards app. The latter is especially troubling if an app has been raising cash-out thresholds of gift cards or cash. Never keep more than the threshold for a cash-out if you can help it, especially with apps like this. And that's the video. If I was missing anything, leave a comment. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Nice short video. I'm back at this house now. I actually moved in recently. So if you hear a change in the audio, that's probably why. I'm looking to make a few more audio changes. It's still pretty echoey here in this room. You probably don't hear it, but I'm hoping to make those changes within the next month or two. But yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. And if you like this video, give it a like. And dislike if you don't. And don't forget to subscribe to Beer Money Engine. We're getting very close to 2,000 subscribers. So with that being said, I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.